It's tough being a car nut these days. Speed limits are getting lower, twisty roads are an endangered species, and the 100km/h country road limit is becoming a thing of the past. But there remains one piece of terra firma, tucked all the way at the bottom of the earth, that is a haven for people like you and me. Tasmania. So we've grabbed 7 of the best drivers' cars under 100 grand, and we're heading across on the ship to do a lap of the map.
Day one, we are going to go along the coast to Somerset, and then we're going to go down the Hillier Gorge, which is part of a Target Tassie route to Strawn. It's about 240 k's, I think. Some awesome roads today. It might be bloody cold, but I think the weather's going to be good, and these cars are awesome. Can't wait.
Time to introduce our motley crew of performance cars. At the head of the queue is the Audi RS3. Then we've got the GOLFR wagon. Next up is a front driver, Mini's JCW. Then we're into the current power king of the hot hatches, Mercedes-Benz A45 AMG. Then we have a rear driver in BMW's M135i. Next we're into our razor-sharp hot hatch benchmark, the Renault Megane RS275. Lastly, we have the new Holden Commodore VF2. A bit of a very different group, but what they do share is they're all priced between 50 to 80 grand, and each one of them is engineered to put a smile on your face. The Commodore's doing like these ones through the corners, and he's like,
why does it have eco tyres and it's a performance car? That makes no sense.
the way that thing crashes out of corners.
The Megane is awesome. Awesome, amazing, I love it. I actually stopped because I felt guilty that I was having so much fun in it.
So as much as we like Tasmania, it appears that a small part of it doesn't like us too much. One of the boys hit a wallaby on the way here last night, and as you can see, neither emerged unscathed. Bummer.
Today we are driving to Hobart, which is about 291 kilometres away. We are desperately got to try there and get there in daylight because we don't want to run into another bloody kangaroo.
It's time to talk about the cars. The Mercedes and the Audi have phenomenal grip, and both their engines, they're weapons. They are so fast, and on these twisty roads they've just been heaps of fun. The Renault, surprisingly given all the oily bits in that are almost a decade old, it's still one of the most fun cars here. The surprise packet for me has been the Commodore. It's got a really glued down rear end, so you can throw the thing around, and it's a big car and it's heavy, but it's still really nimble and can keep up with these hot hatches. The Mini is a tough one because it's let down by really hard eco performance tyres, and they feel glassy and it slides around a little bit and it kind of erodes your confidence, which is annoying because underneath all of that you feel like there's a really pointy and engaging car trying to come through.
The BMW, it really is quick, like super quick, and it's effortless. I think that the thing that undermines it the most is that it kind of looks a bit dull, the steering's a little bit muffled, and it's not a manual, and that might sound like me whinging about manuals, which it is. It's just constantly changing gear all the time. You can't put it in fourth and have it in a nice low gear and feel that build in turbo torque. That doesn't have that. The most family-oriented car here, I imagine, other than the Commodore, is the GOLFR wagon. It's worked really well on this test, and maybe it's that it feels a bit better in normal driving than the RS3 does. It looks great in white with black rims. There's no bad car here. Everything has something great about it, and that was the whole point of bringing them all along in the first place. And Tasmania has the greatest roads in Australia.
Any day at a racetrack is a good day, but as much as we'd all like to think it, none of us here are racing drivers. So we've brought one along to set fast laps in every car.
Really good in the mid-corner, really good under brakes. It does sort of understeer a little bit coming off corners and in the mid-corner. I think for a wagon it hangs on really, really well. Very quick in a straight line, like over 190. You can sort of chuck it a little bit and the rear starts to come around, but it doesn't get on a big slide and you don't really have to correct it. You can just drive it through. It just revs so hard now. The car does start to move around a little bit more after a couple of laps and the tyres are quite warm. But very responsive, nice and easy to correct, and very fun to drive. It gets off the corners so well compared to other cars. Just able to put its power down, but it doesn't hold it back too much either. Yeah, really, really good. Very, very good in corners. You can tip it in quite hard. It's a little bit loose on entry, but very controllable, and it just hangs on so well in the middle of the corner. Very surprising. Very different to what I thought it was going to be. You can chuck it in, play with it a little bit, and it doesn't move around much. Just probably lacking that little bit of drive overall compared to other cars. It's fun, but not as fun as the others, that's for sure. At high speed and heavy on the braking, it is moving around considerably, so you don't want to hit a bump the wrong way or have a little bit of attitude on the car in the wrong way, otherwise it could actually turn you around.
This trip was never about finding a winner. It was more of a celebration of fantastic drivers' cars on some of the best roads Australia has to offer. We're all a bit bummed we have to leave actually. Tasmania is a driving mecca.